Rahul Srivastav, our National Affairs editor, now joins me. Rahul, not a public view really for the visitors this time, but a loss, as many are calling it, of an era, of a political era in the country.
Yes, Pooja, it's a sad, poignant moment. I think COVID-19 has created an absolutely new paradigm in the country, and Pranab Mukherjee, son of the soil, perhaps could have had a much more participative kind of a farewell. Although he was never known to be a man of the masses, but he understood the Indian masses much better. And when you say end of an era, you know, these are terms which are used by political pundits and others.
Yes.
But somehow they don't usually qualify it. And yesterday when I heard the news, I have followed him for almost 25 years, and I realized that perhaps why was Pranab Mukherjee the end of an era is that I think today, if you see where the Congress stands, he was perhaps the last man standing in the Congress till 2012 who could have said no to the Gandhi family.
Correct, yes.
There is perhaps nobody today in the Congress who can stand up and say no. He was one of those leaders that the Gandhi family was wary of. There was a bit of a trust deficit. 1984, he could not become Prime Minister. 2004, Sonia Gandhi chose Manmohan Singh. There was a trust deficit, but they could not have done without him because they trusted him that he will deliver. Over a period of 2004 to 2012, various committees, group of ministers, empowered group of ministers, I was doing a calculation, something close to 100 odd. A man who was handling 102 odd committees, basically on which the UPA had to take decisions on issues ranging from civil aviation to Ram Setu and others.
Yes.
I think anything under the Indian sun was with Pranab Mukherjee. It was a unique experiment because there was a politically inexperienced Prime Minister, but there was Pranab Mukherjee, the fulcrum. So man who was so trusted by the Gandhi family and the government,
yes,
would not become the Prime Minister because there was a trust deficit.
And somebody,
yes,
and that's why many people say he's also the Prime Minister that India never had. But also from a finance minister to external affairs to defense to president, what a career, decisions that have been taken. But Rahul, I must ask you this. Many also remember Pranab Mukherjee for a short temper, for immediately snapping at the reporters, and yet being remembered as an extremely endearing figure, as a well-regarded figure by the same reporters.
Pooja, all of us who have followed him for decades now, because we used to say that Pranab-da has a soda bottle temper. He blows up instantly but calms down very quickly. And it's not just journalists. It's not just party men. At the highest level, there is no minister in the Congress UPA government
yes,
who wouldn't have got scolded by Pranab Mukherjee or admonished by him. I'll tell you a very interesting incident. That there was a issue over Ram Setu when DMK Minister T.R. Balu was very keen to get the Ram Setu canal dredged for shipping. And there was a thought in the Congress that this is a very sentimental issue for the Hindus in the country, so let's go slow on it. And in a meeting led by the Prime Minister, Mr. T.R. Balu was very aggressive. He was banging the table and he was shouting that we should do something. There will be repercussions in Tamil Nadu. Suddenly Pranab Rao turned beetroot red. And he banged the table and asked Mr. T.R. Balu to shut up. And he said that don't tell me about Tamil Nadu. I know Tamil Nadu better than anybody in this room. There was a minute of silence because there was Prime Minister, the chief executive in the room. Suddenly Pranab Rao realizes what he has said. He turned to the Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh, and said, sorry, Mr. Prime Minister.
yes,
That's what Pranab Mukherjee was. He had that sense of command and authority. And I think a trained administrator, see, there are few politicians
correct,
who earn the honor of peer group, the politicians across the country. They may not be mass leaders, and even journalists. Pranab Mukherjee was one of them. Say Arun Jaitley, for example. Man who was good with words,
yes,
was a strategist, could write beautifully, had a command over languages. These leaders work in the back room. They are amazing strategists. And I think that's another one
That's so correct, Rahul, what you're saying, that, you know, the belief in constitution, belief in Indian democracy, and may not have been a mass leader and yet to rise from the son of Bengal to the national level to become a president. It's been a career that's worth remembering as well.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.